It is now time for the Royal Rumble.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another action-packed episode of Warring Attitude. This is the 45th edition. I am your host, Brent Piles, and with me, as always, is a man who has never commissioned the truth. He is the ballroom brawling, disco dancing, dynamite stretching, intercontinental playboy. Folks, he's more over than CM Punk. No, I'm just kidding. GA Wrestling, Glenn Abbott. Glenn, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Yeah, people don't chant my name all the time.
Even when you were gone, even if you were gone for 8 years, they wouldn't keep chanting.
No, well, I'd hope somebody would notice.
So anyway, yeah, the reason why I went with CM Punk is I got CM Punk on my brain after that little promo segment between him and Cody Rhodes last night. I'm assuming you've seen this, Glenn?
Yes, I did. That was very good.
And I know a lot of people out there have a lot of opinions about CM Punk. I know a lot of people don't like him. A lot of people love him. I'm firmly in the, I was kind of like, I don't hate the guy, but like I wasn't over the moon for him being back. Like it would have been cooler 5 years ago for me. Mm-hmm. But that promo last night really sucked me back in. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
And Cody going back and forth with him saying, you know, I'm more of the American dream than you. And then Cody saying, well, all that stuff you said you were going to do, I actually did it. So I'm more CM Punk than you.
That was it.
That was fucking great.
Really. I'll tell you what, that was a whole, overall, that was a really good Raw last night.
I don't watch Raw week to week, but for the last 3 or 4 or 5 weeks, I have been watching it, and it was the best Raw that they've put on. There was no point during the entire 3 hours that I was watching it, where I felt like, well, I'm just going to change the channel.
3 hours just flew by.
They did. They absolutely did.
I have it on record because normally I can last an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then shuffle off to bed because by that time I can hardly keep my eyes open. But I stayed the whole lot last night. It was compelling, to say the least.
Very compelling. Yeah, they had good matches. All the promo segments were good. They had good comedy stuff with R-Truth. They had everything.
I noticed.
I noticed. Yes, I noticed.
I love Otis's plan for the Royal Rumble. He's just to stand there. Defy somebody to pick him up.
That's a pretty good fucking strategy. If I was Otis, I would do the same. I would get right in the middle of the ring and I'd just stand there.
Yeah.
See what you can do to me.
Yeah. If you can't get me near the ropes, then there is no way you're getting me over them.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely a great Raw that's going to lead into the Royal Rumble. It made you excited to watch. SmackDown, excited to watch. I mean, I'm already over the moon for the Royal Rumble anyway. Yeah. But now I'm even more jacked up for it. So
that's right.
And honestly, like I know a lot of people think, well, it's got to be CM Punk that wins the Rumble, but you've got lots of options. What if this somehow leads to CM Punk and Cody Rhodes eliminating each other from the Royal Rumble, and they go into a feud, and then watch out, here comes Gunther. Who knows? Like it could happen.
It could easily happen. Don't know what's going to happen with Seth yet. Yes, right. He said he's going to be at WrestleMania, but there's no guarantee of that. That's down to the doctors.
Right, and it's he says it's about a 4-month set he's going to be out, which is cutting it pretty fucking close. We don't exactly have 4 months until WrestleMania. We got like 2.5.
Yeah, but we know these guys; they do heal pretty quickly. But you don't know. The whole thing is up in the air, which is great. And it's driving all the smarks absolutely mad that they can't predict what's going to happen.
You can call me fucking crazy, but not being able to predict what's going to happen is the best part of wrestling. So I don't understand people who want to know I don't know. That's weird to me.
And me.
It's weird to us both. It's weird to us old school wrestling fans. But.
Yes, yeah.
I'm going to tell you what my favorite match on the entire show was, and that was Ivar versus Chad Gable. What an amazing match that was.
It was, wasn't it?
It really was.
It was. It was a shame that Chad had to lose it in the end, but it was what it was.
I think it's really cool they actually managed to find something to do for the one Viking Raider while the other one's out. I think that was really cool because normally if one tag team member goes out, that's it for them. But they've actually found something to do with Ivar, which is really, really cool.
That's down to the fact that he was a good singles wrestler even before War Machine.
Yeah, I mean, I never saw him wrestle a single, so I don't know. But I only know them as a War Machine and the Viking Raider / experience.
I've never seen him either do but everybody that I know that had anything to do with Chaotic when he was there said what a great singles wrestler he was as well when he was wrestling as Handsome Johnny.
Hey, wow, that's a great gimmick for him too because he is not handsome.
No.
So that works. That's a great gimmick. But yeah, he proved it last night. It was a hell of a match. I mean, Gable hit that fucking belly to back suplex from the top rope, and wow, it was really great. Chad Gable is the fucking man, dude. He is just the best. He's probably the best wrestler they've got.
He definitely is. The guy's got it all. He's a Kurt Angle of this age, and people don't realize it.
I mean, he's got everything you need. He's got the charisma. He can work in the ring. He can cut a promo. He's believable. I don't get it. I'd get behind him 100%. I don't give a fuck if he's short. That guy's he checks all the boxes. Every single one of them he checks.
Yeah.
Love me some Chad Gable. He's great.
And then we wake up this morning to another heap of news.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
They're going to... Well, I don't know what I'll be doing. Who knows what I'll be doing in a year's time, but...
Okay, so Netflix has won the rights to Monday Night Raw. So coming up in 2025, Netflix will exclusively be... Raw will exclusively be on Netflix.
I'm hope TNT or BT as it was,
right?
They do a deal to show Sky Sports,
right?
And I'm hoping that they're going to do the same sort of deal with Netflix to be able to show Raw.
Yeah, it might be a totally different scenario over there. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like your TV deals are totally different than our TV deals.
Well, no, it said in the statement that it is the US, UK, Canada.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess Netflix is fucking everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But if it stays exclusively to Netflix, because I don't actually watch anything on Netflix.
Yeah.
It doesn't interest me, and it's like, so I'd have to pay extra just to watch Raw, which seems a bit of a bummer.
Currently, I don't. I don't have Netflix. My son has it, and I use his when he's not using it. I do find a lot of good documentaries, like sports-related documentaries on there that I do enjoy watching. But as far as like the shows and the movies, there's not really any shows on Netflix that I watch, and there's not too many movies that I get on there and need to see. There's a good British show that my wife is watching called I don't remember what it's called, like Got Me Twice or something like that on Netflix. It's actually really good.
All right.
It's like a murder mystery, which is a really good show. So I don't have Netflix right now. I don't have cable either. I usually watch Raw on Hulu next day. And so that'll probably go away. It probably won't be on Hulu anymore.
No.
Netflix, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see. We still got a whole year. Who knows what's going to happen when the World come in by then.
Yeah.
Also, the big news of The Rock is going to be now on the board of Endeavor, WWE, UFC. So
the Attitude Era is taking over TKO corporate.
That's true. I never thought about that, but you're right.
No, you've got basically Triple H and Shawn running WWE, and now The Rock has got in on it as well.
Why the fuck not? Yeah. Well, interesting times in wrestling. Even on AEW has a compelling match coming up. And they've got Edge, aka Adam Copeland, taking on Minoru Suzuki. I believe it's tomorrow evening, and I gotta see it, Glenn. I must witness this murder.
I pay $4.99 a month for AEW Plus on Fight TV or whatever it's calling itself now. I basically do it because I get cheaper pay-per-views.
Right.
But I do enjoy watching the odd Dynamite live. It's a lot better watching it live than waiting until Friday and then getting bored waiting for it and forgetting it's on. And also, yes, I will probably be watching that.
Yeah, I need to see
even if it's to watch an old man die.
Minoru, I don't fear a lot of things or people, but I am scared of Minoru Suzuki, and I'm fine with admitting that.
Well, just look at him.
He's terrifying.
He looks scary before he starts hitting people.
He looks like he will murder you. Yeah, absolutely he does. But yeah, so I definitely need to make sure you message me and let me remind me that it's on, or else
I will, yes.
Because while I don't usually watch AEW, I want to see that match, so I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah.
One thing we're going to check out now, Glenn, is Raw is War from September the 15th, 1997. We're at the Worthen Arena in Muncie, Indiana. Muncie's fun to say, don't you think?
Yeah, it is. I thought that when I saw it was in Muncie, Indiana.
Now, usually, Glenn, this is usually the part of the show where I give you facts and information that happened at this arena in Muncie, Indiana. But I couldn't find shit, Glenn. The only thing I can tell you is they used this arena for Ball State University basketball games. That's all I can tell you.
Why am I not surprised? I thought when I saw the thing on the network where it came up, where it was and everything, I thought you weren't going to find a lot on that place.
No. If you're interested in Ball State basketball, you can check that out in the Muncie, Indiana area.
It was nice and full, but that was probably the whole of the area, but in that arena.
Yeah, there was. I don't think I have the exact attendance, but it couldn't have been more than 4,000 or 5,000. I don't think.
No, but that sounds the sort of place where that's about the population.
Well, yeah, Muncie. My knowledge of Muncie, Indiana, comes from the show Parks and Rec, because it's based in Indiana and they talk about Muncie a lot. And if you've never seen that show, Glenn, it's an American show called Parks and Rec. It's fucking amazing.
I have seen it. Yes, I have watched that.
That is an amazing show. I love that show. Really good stuff. So that's. I was upset because I looked up Muncie on Wikipedia and it didn't say anything about fucking Parks and Rec. So I said, well, fuck this, and threw it out.
Yeah. Even the official figure on attendance is about 5,000.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
That sounds about right. Yeah. The TV ratings from this week, the Raw rating, which did a 2.18 last week, went a little bit up this week to 2.52. So it did go up a little bit. The Nitro rating from this week fell from last week. Last week it was at a 4.31. This week is at a 3.84. Raw actually ran a pose for about 40 minutes because Raw ran from 8 until 9 p.m. Eastern time until 11 Eastern. And Nitro ran from 11 to 10:18 Eastern. From 9 to 11:18 Eastern. So Raw had a little bit of an unopposed there. So maybe that's where their rating kind of jumped a little bit. I don't know. But they're still pretty far behind Nitro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's strange. It's strange. I suppose it was that thing that at that time Nitro was the in thing to watch. People weren't really aware what was going on Raw and how good it was getting, or how good the stories were getting, rather more than the product.
Right. It was really bad in '96, and WCW by comparison was really good in '96. So people probably just they're not gonna give it a chance because they're just assuming it's the same dull shit with plumbers.
That's right.
Stuff,
yeah,
wrestling and garbage men, shit like that. They opened the show showing us Stone Cold Steve Austin, stunning JR and stunning Commissioner Slaughter next week. And who's going to be on his hit list this evening, Glenn? We'll find out tonight, they say.
Yeah, it was certainly not going to be Vince.
No, Vince said, I ain't coming.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know. Maybe Vince had like a death in his family or something at this point, because I
All
know he doesn't miss many Raws, and he wasn't at this one. So
right. Or he just didn't want to get stunned.
yeah, he just didn't want to get stunned. Yeah, so no Vince this week. So we've just got the JR and the King on commentary. And the opening matchup is Ken Shamrock battling Farouk in the first round of the Intercontinental title tournament. Started off hot.
Yeah. I've got nothing bad to say about this match, apart from it was I suppose it was just to build up to getting the LOD and Shamrock against and against the Nation of Bad Blood.
Yeah, because they do mention during this that they have a tag team, which I didn't understand at first because I didn't get why they were feuding with LOD, but they do explain it later.
I don't know. This thing about internal bleeding that Ken Shamrock is supposed to have. Well, if you've got internal bleeding, it doesn't come out your mouth. That means a busted tooth or something, or a punch in the mouth. It doesn't mean that you're bleeding internally.
Yeah, well, wrestling fans don't know. When I was 14, I was like, oh my God.
He's bleeding. Yeah.
He's bleeding internally, they said. I can't believe it. Yeah, he gets like a spine buster, and then he's like spitting up blood. And I think he's been spitting up blood in a few of his matches, hasn't he?
Yes, yeah, he does.
Like
he's getting quite good at biting down on the old condom full of Blake blood.
Or something, yeah. Yeah, so he borrowed it from Ric Flair, as you said before. It looks like Farouk is actually going to win this thing, and then like out of nowhere, Shamrock hits this overhead suplex and gets the win. After the match, Farouk starts attacking Shamrock. The rest of the nation hits the ring. LOD comes out. They clear the ring because I guess they're facing them at Bad Blood.
Yeah.
So that could have been epically, meaty men slapping meat, but it went 2 minutes and 42 seconds. So
yeah. But it was like a 2.25, 2.5 stiff match. Nothing more.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. It was a decent match, and if they would have gotten 5 more minutes, it could have been a really good match.
Oh, yeah.
They really beat the shit out of each other, yeah.
It was nothing as bad as some of the things we're just seeing.
No, we've definitely had worse matches open the show, that's for sure. They've been run down. We're going to see tonight that Brian Pillman will face Dude Love tonight in another first round Intercontinental Tournament match. Goldust has been barred from the building, they say.
Yeah.
And when we come back, we will hear from Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then they come back from the break. We talk to Austin, and they say Owen Hart's got a big surprise for Austin tonight. And Austin says, thanks for the tip, but I don't give a damn because Owen Hart's got hell to pay. So,
yep.
Stick around to see who Austin beats the shit out of tonight. And then, Glenn, it's a light heavyweight match. It's El Pantera versus Taka Michinoku is back. Thank God.
Yeah. Again, no Brian Christopher, no what's it, Putski?
Scott Putski, yeah.
Scott Putski. This was good.
It was a really fun match. I was surprised that he was getting really big reactions from the crowd, especially when Taka came out. But people were going nuts for him.
Yeah, he's over, isn't he?
He's big and Muncie. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Maybe he's a big Ball State basketball fan. You think?
Maybe. Who knows?
Could very well be. I don't know. Yeah, fun match, and I really think they could do something with these light heavyweight matches if they gave them more than 5 minutes.
Yeah. You did have Brian Christopher heading the division.
Yes. I mean, I think we talked about when Brian Christopher had a match last week. I was like, geez, can we get Taka Michinoku back? And thank God we did.
Yeah.
Lots of dives, lots of near falls. Taka does end up getting the win with a Michinoku driver. But, I mean, if we were rating this match, I'd give it a solid 3 stars because it was a lot of fun, even though it was only 3 minutes and 58 seconds.
Yeah, 3 stars. That's a fair. And again, the people that were raving about the X Division on WCW, they would have loved this match, but nobody was watching.
Yeah. And like, as good as this was, it doesn't hold a candle to any of those, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio matches, or Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko matches. No, but it was good. I mean, it has that potential. If this match had got 12 minutes, it would be every bit as good as those, but they were just getting more time.
Yeah.
And you
know those two. You've got a luchador against a Japanese fighter. They could have easily gone 20 minutes.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody in the arena would have got bored.
No.
I wouldn't have, that's for sure. We then hear from the Truth Commission about their tag team match with LOD, and I can't begin to explain what this man says, so we're going to let him say it.
Thank you.
As well, at last, the World Wrestling Federation has seen fit to offer the Truth Commission some worthy opponents. We will prove our superiority over this legion when my real warriors teach them the advantage of true military discipline. My commandos, recon and sniper, will remind them that in war, second place does not count, and that is the truth.
Why do they look like they're shitting themselves?
I done the same thing. I'm gonna put it up one more time, and tell me, does it look like Recon and the other guys shitting themselves, and fucking Kurgan can smell it? I'm just gonna play it one more time. Look at their faces. Don't pay attention to the words. Look at the faces.
Well, at last, the World Wrestling Federation has seen fit to offer the Truth Commission some worthy opponents. We will prove our superiority over this legion when my real warriors teach them the advantage of true military discipline. My commandos, recon and sniper.
We can't. I sort of skipped through that earlier. I'm glad we watched that again. We can't get better than that. Just finish the show now.
Oh my god!
Goodbye.
No, Glenn, I never realized it either until we were just watching it, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why do they look like that? And Kurgan's in the back just looking like he's smelling something foul, and these two look like they're shitting their
pants. He's smelling those two, definitely.
Oh god, they need some diapers, and that's the truth, Glenn.
No wonder they got rid of that commander, don't it?
Good lord. All right, so the Truth Commission, Recon, and Sniper are taking on LOD. They show footage from Shotgun Saturday Night where the Nation started beating down LOD, and Ken Shamrock came in to make the same. So now that kind of tied it all together and made sense of why they saved Ken Shamrock and why they're having this match at Bad Blood, because I was a bit confused at the beginning.
Yeah.
So what did you think of the Truth Commission?
If it was like they look so green, and I don't mean that they're combat stuff,
right?
It's hard to make LOD look bad, but they managed it.
They really didn't do themselves any favors to try to get themselves over at all. The only one that got over in this thing was Kurgan, or I think they call him the Interrogator right now. He was the only one to get over in this whole thing.
When you consider that Recon is Bull Buchanan.
Right.
And yet, there seems to be no coordination, nothing there.
Of the two of them, though, the one guy looked super awkward in the ring, but watching a young Bull Buchanan, you could see that he does have something.
Oh,
I didn't think the other guy had a goddamn thing. He looked super awkward out there. I don't know if he used to be like a Canadian football player and then he just started wrestling, but it wasn't good.
No.
The Interrogator, beat up LOD a lot. He no-sold Ken Shamrock's punches when Ken Shamrock came out there. So they really put that guy over big, but the rest of the Truth Commission, I don't think did themselves any favors in this match.
Nope. None whatsoever.
They end up losing by disqualification because Kurgan, the Interrogator gets in the ring, and then they start beating on the Nation, and then I mean, they start beating on LOD, then Shamrock comes down, and then
Yeah.
the Nation comes down, and then the Nation of Domination and these South African guys are teaming up to be, which makes no
No.
So, yeah, I don't know. It wasn't a good debut for the Truth Commission, in my opinion.
But they're unbeaten, according to the commentary.
Well, not anymore. They lost by disqualification. And then, Glenn, it's time for a minis match. Woohoo! And so right now, we are going to throw it over with our buddy Mayor of Canton as we watch along this little tag team match. So let's have some fun. Here we go.
Wrecked here.
Not prison guard, Sonny. Anyway, all right, so here we are. The mayor's here with us, and now we're going to watch a little match. You guys ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Here we go. We got Sonny in the ring. He's got a nice blue dress on.
Sonny in a blue dress.
Sonny got a blue dress. Sonny got a blue dress. Oh. All right. We've got, I don't remember their names.
El Torito.
El Torito and
It's like the pirate, I think. No, it's Perito Morgan. Perito Morgan.
Burrito Morgan.
Perito.
Perito Morgan.
Not burrito. Perito.
It's like Burrito Morgan might be the coolest name ever. Might be a tad bit racist, but
yeah, that's why I was like, that's probably not gonna get over.
The statement.
We got Max Mini and
I love this.
I don't remember the other guy's
the Power
name.
Ranger.
The White Ranger.
Did you notice I guessed that we were going to see him and I made my name Max Maroney?
Well, I didn't notice that. I show so much I paid. Mr. Lucky is his name, as a matter of fact.
Mr. Lucky.
Oh my, no, come on.
Oh, he is Mr. Lucky.
Or,
At least back in 1995.
yeah, 97.
97. Okay, I'm off a few years.
Yeah. If me and Glenn were reviewing 1995 WWF, it would be a much different show.
Yeah.
I think that was the year that they lost a ton of money.
Yeah, I think 95 was like one of their worst years. Yeah. All right, so here we go. Max Mini is going to start out here. The former Masagritas Sangrata Jr. I am going to say it as many times as I can because I can't successfully say it.
You can say it all you want. If I say it, you're going to think I need to clean up something.
All right. I think we watched these two last week, didn't we, Glenn? The mayor wasn't with us. But...
We did.
No, I watched a match between two of them.
Yeah, I can't remember. Oh, we just kicked the shit
I think
out.
it was these two.
I think you might be right. Maybe it was somebody else he fought.
Oh, it was
the Burrito guy. It was the other guy. His tag partner.
As I said, I thought that the one Bull's costume looked like a Burger King bag.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Now it's all coming back. All coming back to me now. All right, that's Captain Morgan. I'm calling him Captain Morgan. I don't care.
Captain Morgan hit a stiff Steiner line there.
That was a stiff clothesline.
Well, it's Captain Morgan. What do you expect? He's drunk. He said, I've been drinking rum all day.
With Sonny by the look of it.
I guess so. He's just dragging him around by his hair. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I don't know how I never thought of this one, but he looks like he should be in a mariachi band.
Oh, he does.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know how I've never used the name mariachi.
Write that one down, pal.
That one just like kind of wrote itself, and I've missed it all these years.
Oh, here we go. Oh, look at this.
And
What a miniature maneuver.
have to remember that for the next time we cover some Mexican wrestling.
Yes.
Remember,
Oh, look at that little tag.
Yeah. Be on the lookout. AEW iPod covers Triple Mania 17. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, look at this. This Max Mini guy's no joke.
Now, if they had a whoa, goodness. If they had a Royal Rumble between the minis, would they have to go over the middle rope?
I was joking with my wife that I would hope that they would have to throw them under the bottom rope.
I think
Under the bottom rope.
There was one, and I think it was the middle rope.
Just wouldn't it be hilarious if they had to grab him and literally toss him under the bottom rope? I think that'd be great. Oh, good thing you caught him or he'd be dead.
Yeah, there would have been a little accident to clean up.
There would have been a little bit of blood to clean up, absolutely. Oh, here we go. 1, 2. Oh, I thought he had him. This must be Lucha rules. There's no tags.
What's really funny is I think Otis was talking about this match, Otis Dozer or whatever his last name is.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that he saw this match as a kid, and this is what got him into professional wrestling, because he showed up at his local, high school or middle school to wrestle because he thought that these were actually children wrestling. So he thought that he would be able to sign up to do this, and he showed up to wrestling and ended up going on to be like I think an Olympic alternate.
Well, goddamn! Look, holy shit!
Oh.
I thought he was only about to chuck him out of the ring. Thank God he grabbed the top rope.
Yes, Otis was probably the size of these guys when he was like 6.
Oh yeah, he would have killed these guys when he was 6. Yeah. Oh, what a little sneak attack there by Captain Morgan. That ain't right.
Oh, no, not Captain Morgan.
He's a little bit up to no good, if you know what I mean.
You know what his favorite 50 Cent song is?
No, I don't know.
Just a little bit.
Oh, you know, pal, I didn't know where you were going with that, but that's nice. All I need is a little bit of
right.
Oh,
What happened there?
These guys really are just like loose with dangerous moves.
They're beating the shit out of these little guys. Okay, now we got an outside the ring tag. Oh,
No.
That was incredible.
Look at that again.
he just he took a little tumble.
Oh my gosh, he's throwing him over the top.
Oh God. Oh, thank God. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know what just happened there.
I was in that squash. They were beating the shit out of the whole match. Glenn, this is match of the night. This is the best match on the show.
Oh, definitely.
Look at him kick his little legs.
Oh my God. Oh, look at this. Oh, here we go. Oh man, fuck this Captain Morgan guy. I hate him.
Do you know how you babysit Max Mini?
How?
You put him in one of the swings at the park and let him go. He can never get back down.
He'll be there all day, yeah. He'll be there all day. Just swinging. They didn't really get all. I don't think they really had their heart into that double boot there.
No.
Well, they nearly killed him. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Whoa, that was fucking awesome.
This is so good.
Oh, you know what? Oh, Jesus. This is the greatest match I've ever seen.
Oh, and then he hit
Big boots in the face.
Oh my God, I love this so much.
Is this Mr. Lucky that's in the white?
Yeah. I like how it doesn't matter what corner they go in either. Like somehow now he's in this corner.
Yeah.
I thought he was standing on his head.
Oh! It's a little John Rana is what it was. Oh, what's gonna happen? Uh-oh. Oh, another little Conrana. That's what I'm gonna start calling him. This match is the newest member of the AWI Hall of Fame. Congratulations to all 4 of these men. They're in. They deserve it. We're nominating this match for AWI Pod Match of the Year. It's up there. I'm writing that down. Glenn, write that down.
Yeah. Did Torito and the pirate geezer lose money at cards to the other two before this match?
What just happened?
Apparently, Mr. Lucky and Maximini stole these guys' girlfriends or something because they were beating the shit out of them. We know who's going over. It's fucking Mr. Lucky and Maximini because these guys are taking that personally.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I've never seen a counter like that before.
That was a marvelous little counter. Oh, he misses. Maximini now up the top rope. What's he going to do? Oh,
it's such a far jump.
Splash. Oh, 1, 2, 3. He's the winner. Maximini.
Many wins it.
Oh my God!
Wow,
ladies and gentlemen,
this might have been my favorite match of all time.
I have seen the Super Bowl. I have been to WrestleMania, but I've never witnessed what I just saw right now. The greatest match in the history of Monday Night Raw. I'm stamping it right now. Mr. Lucky and Max and Minnie.
I'm so glad that we decided to watch this one all together.
Was that a headbutt? Was that
it was
splash?
It was a diving headbutt, and now I don't want to watch the king be a pervert. So
Our notes could have never done that justice.
no, I wouldn't have been able to do notes for that. So that was fun.
There was so much going on. It was just nonstop. That was total nonstop action.
It was.
That was the real TNA, pal. All right, now we're gonna bid adieu to the mayor. Adieu.
Adieu.
Bye.
All right, well that's always a good time. I love a good minis match.
That is so good.
The best thing about that was it was a tag team match, so the more minis, the better. I was telling the mayor that I really want to watch a mini battle royal. That'd be a lot of fun. I love it. The next thing that comes up is Dude Love battling Brian Pillman in the first round of the Intercontinental Tournament match. Dude Love comes down to the ring wearing a very interesting hat. Have you ever have a hat like that?
No. Why is he from Truth and Consequences? Surely Dude Love would be from New York or somewhere, Chicago, but no.
He should be from Dudeville, shouldn't he?
Yeah, Dudeville, yeah.
Isn't that what he said? Didn't he say Dudeville? It's not all happy time in Dudeville, I think he said.
Yeah, he did. But apparently he's the Truth or Consequences.
Interesting. Where did they bill Mankind from? The Boiler Room?
I can't remember.
I don't remember either. Maybe they didn't bill him from anywhere. They were just like, Mankind. I don't know. So Pillman then comes down. He's got Marlena dressed in all black. I don't know if she was wearing any underwear at all. I'm not sure. If there was underwear, there wasn't much of underwear underneath the skirt she was wearing. I think that was the day I became a man watching this one.
Just when you think that we couldn't get any sleazier, the minis trying to look up Sonny's dress. This comes along.
Yeah. JR goes and talks to Marlena before the match, and she asks if she's got anything to say, and she says she misses her baby, she misses her husband, and she wants to go home. Loud Pillman sucks chants throughout the match. Marlena tries to leave at one point. Of course, Pillman gets out of the ring, stops her, and brings her back to the ring.
It just makes me. I remember it at the time, but it being a different time, how our attitude to things changed. This just made me crawl.
Yes.
I wasn't happy with this at all.
No, it was uncomfortable, is what it was. Now, like a different time, I was 13 years old at this point, so I'm sure I had a perverted mind, and I was thinking perverted things because I was a perverted child. But like watching it as a man, you're like, eh.
Yeah. And of course, the King's comments don't help.
No, the king is the worst. Lots of terrible jokes. Just not good all around. And it's a shame because if you watch just the match, you take all the other bullshit out, it's not a bad match.
No, it wasn't. It was the perfect match for Brian Pillman at this time.
Yep.
We know he's not well enough to be able to do the high flying stuff, but a match like that with Nick Foley, you're going to slow things down, and it's going to be a brawl, was a perfect match for him.
Yeah, it really worked. It was just all the other crap around it, took the match down. Eventually, it looks like Dude Love's going to hit the sweet shin music, but Goldust hits the ring, starts pounding on Pillman. They eventually get a bunch of refs out there to break it up, and Pillman makes off with Marlena, but he does get the win by DQ, and he'll have to face Owen Hart next week in the second round, which should be interesting.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, yeah.
So we get the pyro to start the second hour, and then Jerry the King Lawler, for some reason, is really anxious to interview Stone Cold Steve Austin. Apparently, he hasn't been watching the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I know. It's because he thinks that he's going to side with him.
Yeah, that's going to work.
Oh, dear.
Well, let's see how. Let's listen to hear a little bit of what Austin's got to say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But right now, I know you got some words that you want to say to Mr. Owen Hart.
We're going to get to Owen Hart, but let's go ahead and look at Jim Ross, a little sour puss right there on his face. You happen to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, and that's a crying shame. So you sit there with your little pathetic cowboy hat on, and I won't do it again. As far as Sergeant Slaughter goes, he comes out here, this is an order, that's an order. You don't order Stone Cold around, I'll do what the hell I want, and can't nobody stop me. Vince McMahon sits over there, an arrogant piece of trash he is, and it's a damn good thing he ain't here tonight, because I damn sure would dump him flat on his head. Owen Hart, you got hell to pay, son. I started the ball rolling right now. All I'm doing is playing with you, because with a snap of my fingers, I can take your ass right out. And that's the bottom line. The whole damn Hart Foundation still has hell to pay as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, so there we go. And then the Harts come out on the ramp, as you saw there, and they got somebody with him that looks to be a lawyer. I'm sure he was a writer or something. They send him down there, and he hands Austin something, and Owen tells him it's a temporary restraining order, and Austin is to stay within 100 feet of Owen Hart, or he will be arrested and put behind bars like the animal that he is, Owen Hart says. While Austin's trying to read the papers, King keeps trying to talk over his shoulder, and he gives him a stunner.
Yeah, of course. I love the fact that he punted his crown halfway up the ramp.
Yeah, that was the best part, yeah. He stunned him and then kicked the crown out of the ring and up the ramp. It was amazing. That was the best part. The next part is Owen Hart is going to battle the Patriot. And we've got Jim Cornette now on commentary.
And what a refreshing change that is from the King. Color commentary is actually going to be doing color rather than
making jokes.
Sleaze.
Yeah.
All the time.
I mean, Jim Cornette can do his sleaze, but he's not as bad as
no.
These two have an epic flag waving competition before the match.
Yeah.
Wagged them hard too. It was a hard waving flag contest. They didn't do anything soft, that's for sure. They also tell us that at Bad Blood, the Patriot and Vader will be teaming against Bret Hart and the British Bulldog in a flag match, Glenn.
All right. That'd be interesting.
And then they explain the rules of a flag match. Glenn, you know the rules of a flag match?
I think we saw one a couple of weeks ago, yeah.
We did. Yes, we did. It wasn't good, and I don't have high hopes for this flag match either. First of all, well, I guess Vader's agile and does climb up to the top rope, but like Vader's not the guy I want climbing to grab a fucking flag. You know what I'm saying?
No, either of those two, really.
Yeah. It's like that time in WCW they had John Tenta, who Handsome Earthquake, versus the Big Boss Man, aka Big Bubba, and it was like a something silver dollar city match, and they had to get something down off a pole, and I'm like, why the fuck would these two guys have a pole match? Look at them. Who came up with this?
I ain't have trouble getting off the ground. Up a pole.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, so what do you think of the match though?
Yeah, it's all right. Technically it was sound, which it would be because it's got Owen in it.
Right.
The Patriot's a decent wrestler.
I'm surprised he was more over with the crowd here in Muncie.
Yeah.
I think Muncie just doesn't have shit going on, so they were like, "Yeah, we love it."
Yeah,
and I'm not throwing shade, Muncie. I live in Lincoln, Nebraska. We ain't got shit going on either. I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying.
It baffles me that a masked man, they give you his name and they tell you where he comes from. What is the point in the mask?
really take away his you're really taking away the mystery of this man.
Yeah. Oh, we know Del Wilkes. He lives
Played
down.
linebacker at fucking South Carolina. He's a Gamecock.
Yeah, he's still living in South Carolina, according to the.
Cool. I get they were talking about how they did like a feature on him on Shotgun Saturday Night, and they even showed his face. So they've lost all credibility.
Yeah. No point, is there really?
No, I also thought it was interesting that during the match, like Owen hit a really nice initial drop kick, and then JR said he's the former Blue Blazer, which I don't ever remember them referring to him as that until later on. So I was a bit taken back by that because I didn't expect to hear that, you know. Not that I have a problem with it. I'd rather hear that than he fucking played fucking football at Saskatoon University.
Yeah, that's right.
So Austin comes out on the ramp at one point, but he's got a bunch of police behind him, which apparently that's 100 feet because he could stand there. But then they go to a break and come back, and the cops are still out there, but Austin has left.
Yeah, and he tore up the restraining order, which I was surprised it took that long for him to do.
Yeah, that's true. I figured he'd tear it up immediately.
It was one of those that was building to be a good match, and then it all just fell apart.
Yeah. I mean, I understand it because they're trying to insert Austin in ways where he can still be on the show and, you know, do stuff, but he can't work a match. So I get why they're doing it because they're just trying to really build this Owen thing out for as long as they can because they got to keep Austin on TV because he's the fucking hottest thing they got. But yeah, I mean, the Patriot hit a lot of really big moves toward the end of the match, but he wasn't able to put Owen away. Eventually, Austin comes through the crowd while ripping up the restraining order. He then distracts Owen, so then the Patriot rolls Owen up for the 3 count. Owen starts screaming and shouting for the police to arrest him. You know, arrest him. I don't know why it took the police that long. You can clearly see that he's within 100 feet of him, so why didn't they just start going down to arrest him immediately? Which I thought was strange. Then Austin gets away through the crowd as the cops try to go after him. And then they go to a break and they come back and they show the police searching a dark room for Stone Cold Steve Austin. Then, Glenn, I got to ask you a question. Who wears short shorts?
Sean wears short shorts.
Fuck yeah, he does.
The story behind it. I did some research on this.
Ooh.
He said, and this is a quote from The Observer, when it was still a legitimate news paper thingy.
So I mean, I'll take some of his reporting is good. I just don't take a whole lot of stock in his star ratings, and I think people put too much stock.
He said, probably the biggest news of the past week revolved around Shawn Michaels' behavior at the Raw taping on the 9th of the 9th in Muncie, Illinois. Neither Vince McMahon nor The Undertaker at the taping, and Michaels did an interview where he came out in tight biker shorts with a sock or socks stuffed in his crutch for whatever reason, and proceeded to make some very lewd gyrations, like acting as if he was humping Jim Ross, swearing during his interview and calling out Undertaker, who was on a tape on the video wall. Everything was able to be edited off the show, and if you didn't know about the incident, you wouldn't even know the interview was heavily edited. Since Undertaker wasn't there, but since he was on tape on the wall, people thought he was when Michaels kept insulting him, calling him a big chicken shit and begging him to come out and call him more names when he didn't come out. It made the Undertaker look bad in the city, not to mention it being totally unprofessional. Whether Michaels was doing it in another attempt to get fired so he could go to WCW, or he'd had other ideas up his sleeve, it's definitely brought a lot more negativity towards him in a lot of circles.
Wow, yeah, so I've heard that. It isn't on here anywhere. You didn't see any of that. He doesn't insult Undertaker. He doesn't.
Yeah.
I've seen video of it, like on the Shawn Michaels documentary where JR talks about it, and you can see like Shawn Michaels is like he's going like this to JR. Yeah. He's like trying to jump and put his freaking crotch in fucking JR's face, and JR's eventually like, "You have my attention." Like you can tell JR's getting pissed off.
You could tell.
I'm surprised Mark didn't just come back and just fucking lay waste him. You know?
Yeah. You could tell the adults were away from this show, though.
It had a weird feeling to it.
Yeah. It's introducing the minis. Sunny is looking like she prepared for a road trip.
Yeah, she's prepared to go from Muncie to Chicago, is what Glenn is saying. She was ready to ride in the van. So let's hear a little bit of this Shawn Michaels Undertaker promo here.
Mm-hmm.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. Now, maybe I am a desperate man, but this is the way I see it. The powers to be here in the World Wrestling Federation, that's who I think is the cause of all this. Because how did it start? When the World Wrestling Federation begged and pleaded that I be a guest referee. So what did I do? I did that, and I did one hell of a job. And how did I get rewarded? I got rewarded by being stuck in a match with The Undertaker. And then I went out there and gave the fans of the World Wrestling Federation the best match on that pay-per-view because, well, I can, and that's what I do. A steel cage with a top on it. One way in, one way out. First time ever in the World Wrestling Federation, so who gets it? I do. Why? Because I'm the man, and I can.
Hello, boy. Remember me? Welcome to my own personal hell. You know what sights I have to show you. I can still taste the blood, Shawn Michaels. And now, we're put in a cage. There is no escape. There's no place to run. 2 men enter. Only The Undertaker leaves. And you will pay. And pay dearly. Shawn Michaels. Hell in the Cell. Bad blood. Call it whatever you will. It will be your final resting place.
Very ominous promo there. I thought it was funny the way they were cutting to Shawn Michaels, like looking around.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. And then we get to the main event of the evening. You can file this under matches I never thought ever took place. Bret Hart and the British Bulldog take on the Headbangers for the WWF Tag Team titles, Glenn.
Newsflash, you can file this under matches I wish had never taken place.
It was weird, wasn't it?
It was very weird. The Headbangers seem to have lost all control of their legs and sense of direction. It's sort of just bouncing all over the place, and
it was weird because it seemed like
Bret looked like he wanted to be anywhere but there.
Yeah, that's a fact. I think at this point Bret knows that he's going to be leaving WWF or WCW. I think he's being told that they can't afford him anymore or whatever Vince told him. So he might be, and plus, I don't know if you can get Bret Hart out for a tag team match against the Headbangers. You know what I mean? No disrespect to the Headbangers, but
the only one that seems to be trying is Davey.
It was weird because it seemed like the Headbangers came in with they were set on they were going to do wrestling holds.
Yeah, it lasted about all of 5 minutes, if that.
I would say about 4. And this match got 12 minutes. Like you could have cut this to 7 and gave 4 more minutes to the light heavyweight match.
Oh, the minis.
Or the minis, either one. The minis got twice as much time as the Takamichi Inoku match. That's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy. This wasn't good. It wasn't a good match. it was very strange. It seemed like even the crowd was into everything on this entire show. They didn't go after Bret Hart and Bulldog came out. They didn't give a fuck about anything else in this. They didn't care.
It was even Earl Hebner seemed to be being fed stuff as it went. They seem to be making it up as they went along, rather than there was any plan to this.
Yeah. Eventually, Bulldog gets a power slam on Mosh and pins him for the 3 count, but Mosh is not the legal man, so they restart the match. And Bulldog's had enough of this shit. He actually, I don't know if this is a planted fan or a real fan, but he takes a fucking United States flag from a guy in the crowd.
Yeah, and starts ripping at it. Bulldog couldn't even get that done. He had to give it to He had to give it to Bret to rip it apart.
Yeah, so Bulldog starts hitting them with the flag stick. Bret rips it apart, so it's choking them. So this match gets thrown out. Headbangers win by DQ. Vader and the Patriot run out to make the save, and basically the show goes off the air with Vader about to hit the Vader bomb on Bret, but Bret rolling out of the ring, and that's the end of the show.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think? What are you thinking, Glenn? How many thumbs up this one get? Just 1, 1.5, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. You're going in the middle?
I got in the middle.
I'm going to give it a thumbs up just because it had enough. It had a minis match.
Oh, yeah, the minis. Oh, no, yeah. Got to add the one up because
So it does get 1 thumb up for me.
The cruiserweights and the minis deserve a 1 up, 1 thumb up.
That's right. Yes. Those were the 2 best matches on the show. Well, I didn't love the Patriot versus Owen Hart. I did think it was the best match the Patriot had thus far in the WWF, even though that's not saying much. If you took out the Brian Pillman, Marlena stuff, I think I would have liked this episode a lot more. So it gets 1 thumb up, 2 thumbs up if you add them up both together.
Yeah.
Next week's Raw is a pretty iconic Raw. It takes place in Madison Square Garden, but that's not what we will be reviewing next week, Glenn.
No, we've got a guest with us next week, haven't we? If he's still up for it.
That is correct. We have got our friend Mr. Dan Griffin from the Unbooking the Territory podcast joining us to review WWF One Night Only, which was a UK exclusive pay-per-view back in 1997. Have you ever seen this, Glenn?
I have.
Did you watch it live at that time, or?
I probably did. I can't remember it live, but I have watched it since.
So this is a show that I've never seen. Obviously, I couldn't get it here when I was younger, and I never went back and watched it. So this is going to be my first viewing of it. You want to hear some of the card, Glenn?
Go on then, yeah.
We got Hunter Hearst Helmsley battling Dude Love. 5 under matches that don't belong here. Tiger Ali Singh taking on Leif Cassidy. We've got the Headbangers defending the WWF Tag Team Championships against the Los Boricuas. The Patriot versus Flash Funk. Why? Oh, God, Glenn. Just when you thought it was over, it's not, because it's the Legion of Doom versus the Godwins.
It's basically a house show, isn't it?
It really is. Vader versus Owen Hart, which could be a good match. I've heard that this is a really good match. Bret Hart versus The Undertaker for the WWF Championship. So, I mean, Bret Hart and Undertaker always have really good matches, so I can imagine that that's great. And then, of course, the main event. Shawn Michaels takes on the British Bulldog for the European Championship. So Dan will join us for that. I don't think we're going to have a show next Tuesday, so we'll be taking a week off because we couldn't schedule Dan until the first week of February. And so we won't be able to record the show with him until next Saturday. So we won't have a Warring to Attitude next week. Maybe we'll figure something else out fun to put in its place. What do you think?
I think we can, yeah.
I think we can come up.
I think we can do that.
We'll put something else out on Tuesday. But Dan will join us for that breakdown. That should be fun. Do you want to hear what we missed on WCW Monday Nitro since we watched
it?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I was interested to find out what was going on.
I think you're going to like this one. It's a dark match, so it wasn't on the show. But Louis Spicolli was defeated by a man I think you would consider a friend, Glenn, and that is Bobby Blaze. He defeated Louis Spicolli in a dark match on this one.
Ooh. All right.
Also, Crime and Sports alum Chris Adams had a match against Kendall Windham in a dark match here. And also another Crime and Sports alum, you'll know him as the Berserker, but his real name is John Nord. He defeated Tim Horner in a dark match this evening, too. So, who's who in the dark matches?
That's a stacked dark match.
It really is.
Oh, God.
It really is. So the opening match was Dean Malenko defeated the Disco Inferno. The Faces of Fear defeated Harlem Heat. Here is a Cruiserweight Championship that was probably better than the one we watched. Rey Mysterio Jr. defeated Juventud Guerrera. They got 7 minutes. I'm sure it was great.
Yes, yeah.
We had Dallas Page defeat Steven Richards, which I didn't know he was in WCW this time, but he was. The Outsiders defended the tag team championships against Wrath and Mortis, which is a weird tag team to me. And Eddie Guerrero, I'm sorry, the main event was Kurt Hennig defeating Mongo McMichael to become the new United States champion.
Mr. Perfect against Mongo.
That was the main event. I will say, I think that show sounds better than the one we watched.
Yeah.
They also had Eddie Guerrero versus Ultimo Dragon for the Cruiserweight Championship, which I'm sure was another one.
That would have been a banger.
Yeah, so that's what you could have seen if you had watched Monday Night Show instead. But Glenn, who do we need to plug before we get out of here?
Well, we're already done at UTT. I'm booking the territory with Danny and Rob. I'm checking the first and last of wrestling. They've just finished up with the very last Reslo. They couldn't work out where it came from, but apparently they worked out that it was North Wales and not Germany it came from. Diddy wrestling with DC and Doc. If you enjoy this and you actually want to find out what was going on the other channel at the same time, well, they're a little bit behind us at the moment. The Nitro Gen podcast, they do for Nitro what we do for Warring with us. Well, War is right.
With this fucking show that we do right here, goddammit.
This show we do here. My mouth is seized up. And of course,
the Doctor Who podcast with Danny Insight, SJP World Media.
Yes. Try to get control of my mouth back.
It's okay. Sometimes I lose control of mine too.
Oh dear.
That's all you got, huh, Glenn? Make sure you check out Sports Wire Radio. Give our buddy Thomas Bryce a follow on all the social medias that you have. And if you didn't know, we are now Hall of Famers, Glenn. We are official Sports Wire Hall of Famers. I am, Glenn is, the mayor is, and the show is. We're all in the Hall of Fame.
I had worked that out.
So check out the AWI Pod Rumble. Thomas joined us for that. It is out right now. You can listen to it on YouTube or whatever podcast app that you enjoy. You can check that out. It's out right now. And make sure you give the other member of our podcast team, the Mayor of Canton. You saw him here earlier enjoying the minis match with us. He is at Mayor of Canton on the Twitter gimmick.
Apparently, he posted today that he's lost more weight. So expect a very large and special meal from the mayor tomorrow night.
He's going to feast since he's lost more weight. That's great. So make sure you check out A Meal with the Mayor. It's currently Wednesday right now as you're listening to this. So check that out today. It should be out around 6 o'clock, usually Eastern time. Usually when he puts it out. So check out A Meal with the Mayor and give him a follow. He's always fun to follow on social media because he's a funny guy. Make sure you check out our other projects. I believe we got the AWI Pod Rumble out right now. We've got we'll be starting the first episode of our uncensored watch along that you'll be able to check out on this Sunday. And also on Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern time, we will be live once again on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch for our Royal Rumble preview show, where we will give you all of our picks for the Royal Rumble. And then afterwards, we will log off of YouTube, and you will only be able to watch this on either Instagram or Twitch. We will watch the 1988 Royal Rumble, the very first one, Glenn.
I know.
That is what we will be doing. So make sure you check that out. It's on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern time. What is that? 4 o'clock where you live, Glenn?
Yes, yeah.
Look at me knowing time zones and shit. But that's it, Glenn. Wait, Glenn. Wait a goddamn minute. I almost forgot. Make sure you check out The Life and Times of Psycho Sid. I don't know shit, The Life and Times of Psycho Sid. I believe you've got episode 20 coming out this week, Glenn.
Oh, that'd be good.
We were going to witness him and the Masters of the Powerbomb take on the British Bulldog and Sting in the main event of Beach Blast 93. And we're going to watch a really fucking weird video that goes along with the match. And I can't wait to watch it because it's fucking weird and hilarious. So
hence the reason that they're walking along the beach in wrestling gear and flip-flops.
Yes, and make sure you follow. And if you don't know what we're talking about, make sure you follow at AWIPod Sid Facts on Instagram and Twitter so that you can hear all of your Sid Facts. Let me look at what my last Sid Fact was. Oh, it's a picture of the skyscrapers, and in 1990 they were voted as the tag team most likely to beat you to death in the parking lot. So make sure you follow that on Threads and Instagram.
And my little Sid fact that I sent to you was they're the only tag team that have had large buildings named after.
Yes, all the large buildings are named after them, in fact, as they should be. But that's it. That is all. I don't have anything else left to plug. Glenn, only thing left to do is for you to tell us goodbye.
Goodbye.